Hey y'all, Almondeyez here. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be my review of 1,000 Pound Sisters, ep- season 8, episode 9, Crying Tears of Blood. Y'all, this title is appropriate for so many reasons. So many reasons. Listen, let's recap. Let's recap, y'all. Lord have mercy. Okay, so episode 8 was basically some BS. We had the family coming back from New Orleans, which I feel like um in some ways it was good. Everybody was able to go and not have any, any drama, anything of that nature. But in other ways it was a bust because it was so many things in New Orleans they could have taken advantage of, but did not for various reasons. But we got into that in the last video. And then we had Tammy and her drama and situations. Um, as to why she can't get herself together and why she ain't acting right. She decided she wanted to blame it on the medication, as we talked about. I still say that's BS, and this episode is going to shed some more light on that. So let's go ahead and get started. So this episode starts out with Amy and Brian going to the Vanderbilt Eye Center in Nashville for her consultation with the surgeon to see if she can go ahead and have surgery. So, and side note, y'all. Okay, so they in the same pickup truck they was in when Amy got bit by the camel, right? Why the windows was dirty as hell then and they still dirty? Like, what we doing? Like, it looked like y'all ever use duct tape on something and then when you peel the duct tape off, you just got you like residue. Like the threads that's in the duct tape still be stuck to whatever you took the duct tape off of. That's what it looked like going on the window, like all across the window. That's what it looked like is happening. I'm just confused. The camera's gonna be with you. Like, why we can't tighten up? But again, that was just a little side note. That was one of the things that just kind of stood out to me. Um, so they get to Vanderbilt. The surgeon comes and talks to Amy. I got another side note, y'all. Okay, Doc, your specialty is the eye. What's with them bags, y'all? He had the most massive set of bags I have seen in years. I'm like, dude, what is happening? I'm just thinking, maybe he like it, they're coming to me because they can't see, so it don't matter. I don't know. But he checks Amy out, makes his assessment, and he tells her that she is a candidate for surgery and that he'll go ahead and do it. But because this has gone on since birth without any type of correction, it has put stress, the muscles that keep your eyes together because they're sending signals to your brain. Because she can't really see in that one eye, those, what I'm saying, that brain is not sending any signals to those muscles. So that's why it's kind of like all off to the side. But because that part ain't really working like it's supposed to, it put pressure on the other eye. So the good eye is trying to kind of overcompensate for the other one. So depending on which way she's looking, that eye starting to veer. So he was like, I can get you together, but I'm gonna have to operate on both eyes. So she wasn't really prepared for that, which I can understand. So her fear was, if I have this surgery, how am I gonna be able to see? Um, I don't think it was really going to be a matter of her not being able to see. I just think that it was going to be that it would be a matter of her not seeing as she's been used to until that eye heals. Um, he also told her about the recovery. Now, Amy showed up and fell up in this man's office and got about 10 days until she get down the aisle. He was like, I don't know how that's gonna work, especially with both eyes. I can't guarantee you're gonna be straight and be cute in these pictures like you want in 10 days. I can't make that guarantee. But we depending on how you heal, it could be possible. So, Amy sitting there and she like, dang, I ain't really think, she's still stuck on the, I ain't really think he was gonna have to operate on both eyes. Now he done explained the surgery where he's saying that he's gonna have to cut her skin, cut the skin of the eye to get to the muscles, stitch the muscles, into place where he wanted, and then sew one level of the eye skin back together and let the rest of it heal on its own. Anybody with any sense, as soon as somebody start talking about cut, you gonna bleed. I ain't met nobody yet got cut didn't bleed. This is not clicking to Amy. So, he was like, I can definitely go ahead and do the surgery. So she has the surgery done. He, operates on both eyes. He gets them together. He did tell her that during her initial, 2 or 3 weeks of recovery or whatever, because the muscles have to get used to the new positioning. She gonna look cross-eyed just in the reverse. Instead of stuff going out, they coming in, and they coming all the way in. So, we gonna be looking to see, how much of that's gonna be going on by the time she get married. So he does the surgery, got everything together. Amy's in the recovery room. She can't really open her eyes, which I can understand that. And you can see like she kind of like opened up a little bit. So from what we could see, it looks like she gonna be straight. But again, we gotta see how she's gonna handle her post op care and all of that, because we saw what happened with the camel bite. But I digress. So it's a good thing that Brian is on the scene, because as we have seen from the time before Amy started dealing with Brian to now, things as far as cleanliness have gotten a major upgrade. So I'm glad Brian is there, because you can't play with your eyes. There to make sure things is clean and she doing what she need to do so she can heal. So kudos to Brian for being on point. Shout out to male leadership. So now this is when me and Amy finna fall out. Amy in the recovery room. Amy said she had a headache. I could tell something was going on because they showed her vitals before surgery and her vitals after surgery. And she did have a, substantial increase in her blood pressure. But that's because, for one, the pressure in your eyes and all that kind of stuff. And she had a headache because of the anesthesia and the fact that she hadn't had anything to eat. So that propofol, listen, that'd be some of the best sleep of your life. But if you don't go to sleep straight, you gonna wake up feeling like hell. I'm just saying. But anyway, Amy's alert. Doctor comes in, tells her everything, what she can expect for the next, 2 to 3 weeks or whatnot. She tells her she has a headache. He was like, okay, I'll talk to the nurses, this, that, and the fourth. Brian comes in, make sure, she good. So by this time, here come the nurse. Nurse, asked her how she was feeling. Was she, hungry or whatnot? And was like, yeah, I want something to eat. So the nurse, started rattling off the options. Now she said pudding. We got pudding, applesauce. She got to start, rattling off some other stuff. And then she was like, oh yeah, we got some chips. Which y'all think Amy chose? You just had surgery. You just had anesthesia, and your suggestion to this is to get some chips. I mean, at least they was baked. But I'm just saying, chips, this ain't really what no. That's not what you need to be doing. But Amy gets the chips, and she's sitting there eating the chips, and try to pull herself together, and this, that, and the fourth. So as far as Amy's eyes are concerned, she's had the surgery, everything went well. She should be good on the eye front. Okay, so while all of that's going on, folks are back home on home front getting ready for the wedding. So I'm gonna get into that in a minute, because I got a lot to say on that. Let me get Tammy's ass out the way, and then I can get y'all up to date on these nuptials. Okay, so last week, y'all know we had, saying Tammy, she had lunch with Chris and Misty or whatever, and she was talking about how she had been going to getting some therapy, which I don't understand how the hell you ain't been in therapy the whole time, but that's here nor there. Maybe it's just say the physicians I deal with be requiring therapy, but anyway, and that saying her extreme bitch behavior has been due to the fact that none of the 862 million physicians that she's seen since she had bariatric surgery bothered to adjust her medications. That's a bold faced ass lie, or you got some hellified malpractice suits getting ready to go on. Cut the foolishness, Tammy. Cut it. Cut it with a knife. You know that ain't what's going on, but that's the story she telling. So we cut to this week. Tammy, because she flipped out. Remember, she flipped out on her mama when she was supposed to be, or she was at the mall when she was supposed to be shopping to find something for Amy, a wedding present. So I guess to get back right with her mama, she decides to take her mama to lunch. Now they end up at the same country kitchen, but is that the only restaurant in town? Cause you was just in there with Chris and them. Now you're back again. Now this joint is like, I don't know if y'all ever been to like Po Folks. It's like Po Folks and Golden Corral all meshed together. Like one of them mom and pop Golden Corral type of joints. So it is every kind of piece of fried chicken, fried pork chop, um, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, French fry. Like it's all that you could ever want in your life in this spot. And this is where they go eat, right? So they got Tammy and her mama get to the spot, right? Now we know they use Uber to get there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. They get to the spot, get in, and start proceed to the dining area. Tammy flips out. She like, yeah, nah, I'm not going up in there. I can't do it. It's too many people. I'm overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? She just starts flipping out. The mama's like, what's going on? I'm just not going in there. So she's sitting all up in the front, damn near in the kitchen, all up in front of the cash register. Talking about how she ain't going. So the mama was like, well, what we gonna do? We gonna eat out here? She was like, yeah, I gotta stay out here. So Tammy then goes into the buffet to get the food. Now to get the food, you have to go in with the same people that you said was overwhelming you from the damn jump. So you too overwhelmed to sit down and eat, but you ain't too overwhelmed to go in there and get your damn plates. And I said plates with a damn S. She go up in there and get chicken, mashed potatoes. It was something else she ain't had no business eating on that plate. Y'all was something. I was like, none of that is bariatric. Only thing bariatric approved was the chicken. And that was the last thing she touched on the plate. So then she gets the mama, you know what I'm saying? Because the mama said she wanted some turkey. So she gets some turkey, some chicken, some cottage cheese, some peas. I was like, Tammy, shit, that's the plate you supposed to have. What we doing? That's the plate you supposed to have. So, the mama is like, damn, they was telling me, she ain't have herself together, but I ain't really, I wasn't really, believing it because she was kind of brushing people off, especially Andrea when she came over. But she was like, damn, now I see it for myself. Yeah, Darlene, I might have to put you on the shitty parent list because you don't know nothing about nothing that's going on with your kids. You don't come to nothing. You don't do nothing. I'm not understanding. You finna be on the shitty parent list. So here we go. So they sitting there. Darlene don't mention nothing about, Tammy in this damn plate. She asked her about going to the wedding. Tammy was like, well, I got, I got the invite and I RSVP, but because Amy ain't called me personally and kissed my ass and begged me to come, I don't know if I'm going. Bitch, what? This ain't about you. Again, when you got married, Amy had your back. Win, lose, or motherfucking draw. Amy had your back. And you sitting over here because this ain't about you. Cause you want some foolishness and ain't doing what you need to do. We know Amy didn't do what she needed to do on the weight loss. We understand that. But we ain't talking about the weight loss right now. We talk about her getting married. Beat up for your damn sister. So then here go the mama with her raggedy ass talking about she can't go because she can't get up the steps. Now, somebody help me out in the chat, in the comment section. When the hell did we confirm that Darlene was paralyzed and her ass couldn't get up and walk? When did we confirm that? Because I done missed it. I'm gonna have to go back. The hell you mean? You can Okay. Y'all play if y'all want to. Play them games if you want to. Play them games if you want to. You step and talk up Tammy, you gonna regret it if you don't go. So what you ain't gonna regret, you ain't going? Hell is this? Y'all, these people getting on my nerves. These people getting on my nerves. Cause y'all ain't doing right by Amy. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it one more time. And y'all know I get on Amy ass like everybody else. Y'all ain't doing right by Amy. At all. Speaking of not doing right by Amy, let's go ahead and get to this damn wedding. So while Amy, you know what I'm saying, having recovering from surgery, Tammy at the spot, you know what I'm saying, with her mama, fucking up her diet. We cut to Lily, Misty, and Brittany getting fitted for they dresses, they bridesmaids dresses. Now, the dress itself wasn't bad. What I didn't understand were the colors. Since Amy's whole thing is supposed, well, wait, she's getting married on Halloween, but the theme of the wedding is kind of the wedding that didn't happen frozen in time. So kind of like, you know what I'm saying, you on the excavation on the Titanic, even though, you know what I'm saying, it went down pretty much everything was, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to say preserved, but in a way that way. So it kind of make a little bit, it make more sense. The dresses make more sense now. So this is what I'm talking about right here, y'all. So they at the spot with, you know what I'm saying, Chung Fu. I don't understand what kind of fitting this was. I didn't see a tape measure, a notepad, a pencil, like a push pin, a piece of thread, a damn needle. It looked like a damn dry cleaners. I was confused because you talk about doing alterations, but what are you gonna fix? He was like, "What you want done?" Lily was like, "I mean, you know, kind of let this out a little bit, you know. I need a little, and you know, bring it up in the shoulder some." He was like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "How the hell this work? How this work?" Misty, you know what I'm saying, her dress, because she's so short, he's gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, bring everything down, if that makes sense to the people who sew. He gonna have to bring everything down. But again, he didn't pin anything into place. He didn't take any measurements. He didn't already have some measurements that he could refer to. Like he was just up there. It was just talking. Then here come the part that really pissed me off, y'all. That fucking Brittany. I'm finna tell y'all to quit. I'm finna be with Tammy and quit fucking with her. Now, y'all, these dresses wasn't. When I say nothing, they were to the floor. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you know how to walk. They were to the floor. It was literally enough, you know what I'm saying, cut out where if you wore a necklace, you could see it. Here, Brittany has been talking about some, yeah, I'm gonna have to modify this because I ain't gonna be showing all my stuff. And Lily turned and looked at her and was like, "Show all your stuff." She was like, "Shit, ain't nothing being shown. Like, what the hell you talking about?" Like, Lily be throwing shade. I love Lily because she be throwing mad shade to Brittany. Like, basically, why the fuck you here? This broad sitting up here with a whole fucking turtleneck on up under her damn dress. Talk about this how she coming to the no the fuck not my wedding. Listen, when matter of fact, y'all, I'm a live stream the damn wedding. Fuck that. That's what we gonna do. We gonna let the whole thing. Y'all gonna see how this wait. I don't know. He might not go for that. Definitely the getting dressed part. It's gonna be some live stream. Listen, if I tell you to do A, B, and C, and you agree to be in the wedding and do A, B, and C, if you don't damn do A, B, and C, your ass is gonna be you gonna be spectating. So Brittany, how the hell you talking about you gonna show up to somebody's wedding with this damn turtleneck on up under your damn dress? Cause you ain't showing out. You ain't got no damn stuff. Yo, Brittany, It ain't that much, you know what I'm saying, sanctimony and love for the Lord in the world. Just act right for once. Do this for Amy. Damn. I'm not feeling it. So while all this fitting, non-fitting, Brittany talking out the side of her neck nonsense is going on, Brian calls Chris to let him know Amy's come through surgery, everything is good, so forth and so on. So Chris was like, I appreciate you calling this, that, and the fourth. Now, here, Chris. Now, Chris, you my boy, but you on some messy bullshit right about now. Because all you had to do was receive the call from no, first thing you should have done was told your wife to shut the hell up and wear the damn dress like she's supposed to. That's the first thing you were supposed to do, since you felt it was necessary to come and stay for the fitting. But you said you did that to take your mind off of what was going on with Amy, which I'll give you that. But now here come the messy bullshit. He takes the call from Brian, get the related little, information. Now he feels it's a good idea to call Tammy. What we calling Tammy for? Tammy ain't giving a fuck about Amy. Tammy ain't gonna fuck about you, Brittany, Misty, Lily, nobody. Tammy don't give a fuck, okay? All he had to do, if you wanted Tammy to know, all you had to do, Chris, all you had to do, send Tammy a text message. Hey sis, hope everything is good. Just want to let you know, Amy, came through a surgery with flying colors. TTYL. Let that ride. He calls her ass up. So you got all this fitting, non-fitting BS, what kind of alterations you want done conversation going on in the background. Tammy already feeling some type of way because Amy's going on with her wedding and not kissing her ass and she ain't there. And you gonna call up on the phone and talk about Amy? Y'all, for real. Yeah, that's messy as hell, Chris. I'm sorry. That's just messy. So I got to get to the rehearsal. Because child, that whole conversation, Tammy and her mama was fucking foolishness. The mama talking about she gone from 6X to 3X in 2 months, and Tammy was like, yeah, she doing that, I was the catalyst for that, I inspired her, this, that, and the fourth. All y'all been under the damn knife, and some of y'all been up under that bitch twice. Girl, what you talking about? Well, fast forward to the rehearsal. So Amy is healing. She's not gonna be where she, wanted to be, but we were prepared for that. For some reason, she wasn't. But it looks so far, it looks good. So Amy decides to take some of the attention off her eyes. She's gonna dye her hair. So we all know Amy's been wearing, either blue or purple for like the last 2 or 3 seasons. So she decides to go pink, not baby pink, but it's hot pink. But in the beginning, when it first got done, it looked red. But I guess as she's been, some time has gone by and she's, watched it a couple times. It now looks like it's hot pink. It's not bad. We talking about Amy. So for Amy, it ain't bad at all. So her and Brian on the way to the venue for the rehearsal. Amy, she done got her hair done. She got her nails done, all of that. She ready to roll. They get to the venue. Everything is cool. Now I might have to title this string "Hats Off to Kelly," the wedding planner, cause honey, she is a Lord. That woman got the patience of Job. I'm sorry, cause I'd have been like, oh hell no. But Kelly, she's staying professional, doing what she needs to do. Kelly, if you ever see this, hats off to you. They get to the venue, to the haunted hotel or whatnot. It looked cute. I mean, hey. So Amy there. Chris and them get there first. Chris and Brittany get there first. Then Misty shows up. They all, sitting around, chit-chatting, whatever. Kelly comes. So they start, kind of going through what needs to be done. Now I'm gonna say this. Amy, which I understand, ain't really nothing wrong with that. Amy want her sons in the wedding. One's supposed to be the ring bearer, and then she got the other one as the flower person. You should have had both of them as the ring bearer and got you a real female for the flower girl. But these kids ain't ready for this. Cause now, I'm gonna say this: Tammy was dead ass wrong for calling Amy a dead big mama. But the way them kids act, I see how Tammy got there. Them two. Ooh, wait. First of all, how the hell you at the hotel running around with no damn shoes on? You go to school. You should be able to wear some shoes all day long. You should be able to sit down, shut the fuck up, and not fidget. It's just amazing how I was able to accomplish all of them feats and didn't even go to kindergarten. They ran and hooped and hollered and screamed and tugged on shit and hid up under chairs and all of it the whole damn time they was on camera. Amy was so damn shamed. So I'm hoping this will be a catalyst for her to get her damn stuff together with them kids. Cause this whole running and playing bullshit is not where it's at. It's not where it's at. Like when I say no shoes, no socks, and they just run around. I was wanting, now I know this sound bad, but I was wanting one of them to step on some shit so bad. I ain't even like, even Brian was like, this shit is out of order. Like these kids is like, look, he was trying to get the kids together. Yo, he had to literally take them kids out the room. And Kelly was like, okay. So Amy's uncle gonna walk her down the aisle. Uncle was in there telling the truth. He was like, man, what the hell over these kids? He was like, yo, that we need to go. What's the plan for them not to be in the program for tomorrow? And Kelly was like, she was looking at him like, I got the remedy. But Amy was like, we gonna get them together, this, that, the fourth. Woo, woo, woo. I ain't looking for them kids. They either gonna fuck the whole thing up or they ain't gonna be there. When I say ain't gonna be there, they ain't gonna need to.